My dear children, be still now. Come, rest in my presence. Feel the gentle hush that fills the air like the quiet after a long storm. Imagine the glow of soft altar candles flickering against the stone walls of a quiet chapel. Hear the distant chime of a bell that marks the hour of grace. Feel the sunlight pouring through stained glass, painting the floor with colors of crimson and gold. It is here, in this sacred stillness, that I am with you. I have seen your weary hearts. I have watched as you've stood beneath the weight of regret, thinking of what was lost, the years that seemed wasted, the time you can never reclaim. You whisper, "If only I could go back." But, my dear children, I tell you this: I am the God who redeems lost time. I am the one who makes barren branches bloom again. My mercy is not bound by the years gone by. My love moves through your past, present, and future, restoring what was broken, healing what was dry and lifeless, and awakening what you thought could never live again. My beloved ones, I speak to you now so that you may know the truth of my heart. I am not the God of regret, but the God of renewal. The world may measure your worth by what you've done, by what you've achieved, or by the years that have slipped away. But I measure you by my love, by the grace I have written over your story. When you look at the years behind you and see only wasted moments or broken seasons, I see something greater. I see the soil of your heart, ready for a new life. I see a tree that has endured winter, now preparing for spring. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are not beyond my mercy. Stay close to me as I speak, my dear children. Let every word settle like rain upon your spirit. I am here to tell you that nothing, not one lost year, not one wrong choice, is beyond my power to restore. I am the Lord who said, "I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten." That promise from Joel 2:25 was not only for long ago, it is alive for you right now. My dear children, I know the ache that lingers in your hearts, the ache of time you feel you've wasted, the dreams you set aside, the paths you abandoned, the faith you let grow quiet. You think, those years are gone. But hear me, in my kingdom, nothing surrendered to me is ever truly lost. I am the God who breathes life where there was only dust. I am the one who causes rivers to flow in deserts, who brings light to the valleys of shadow. Even when you see a barren tree and think it dead, I see the life still hidden deep within. One touch from my hand, one word from my mouth, and that lifeless tree begins to stir. Tender shoots push through dry bark, leaves unfurl, hope awakens. That is what I am doing for you now, my dear children. Some of you look upon your life and see nothing but stumps, what was cut down by failure, by pain, by sin, by time. But I tell you, even from the stump of what seems dead, new branches shall grow, for I am faithful to restore. My mercy is not just forgiveness, it is renewal. It is the gentle, unstoppable work of grace that turns ashes into beauty, mourning into joy, desolation into dancing. I know you wish you could return to those lost years, to change your choices, to redeem your mistakes. But my child, I do not send you backward. I move you forward and I redeem as you walk with me. Every step you take now in faith allows me to gather up the broken fragments of your story and weave them into something beautiful. You say, "But Lord, I wasted so much time." And I say, "My mercy wastes nothing." Every tear you cried, I caught in my hands. Every lesson learned in pain became the soil where compassion grew. Every dark night prepared your heart to recognize the light. Nothing was in vain. Even what you thought was failure, I have been transforming into wisdom. Even what was lost, I have been preparing to multiply. Look at the seasons, my dear children. The earth rests in winter, but spring is not gone. It is only waiting. The same is true for you. What feels like lost time is often the quiet season, where I have been at work beneath the surface, nurturing the roots, preparing the harvest. I know how your heart breaks over wasted opportunities, broken relationships, years spent far from me. But hear me, I am not counting what you lost. I am counting what I am about to restore. For I am making all things new, even the parts of your life you thought were beyond repair. Do you remember what I said through my prophet Joel? I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. I did not say I would simply comfort you for your loss. I said I would restore. That means I will bring back abundance, multiply blessing, renew joy, and redeem time itself. My mercy reaches beyond the clock. It stretches into every year you mourn and breathes new purpose into every season that felt barren. So do not despair, my dear children. The locust may have devoured much your peace, your dreams, your confidence, but it has not devoured my promise. I have watched over you even in your wandering. I have guarded the seeds that I planted in your soul long ago, and now, in this new day, I am watering them again. Soon you will see green where there was only gray. You will feel warmth where there was only cold. You will know joy where there was only regret. Lift your eyes, my beloved. Look to me. I am your restorer. Let go of the weight of the past. Release it into my hands, for I am strong enough to carry it and gentle enough to heal it. You cannot rewrite the years gone by, but I can redeem them. I will use what was broken to shape your faith. I will use what was delayed to teach you trust. I will use what was wasted to reveal my glory. Remember, my dear children, when I fed the multitudes, they thought the little they had was not enough. But when they placed it in my hands, I multiplied it. So too will I multiply your days ahead. Place what remains of your time, your dreams, and your heart into my hands, and watch what I will do. I am not a God of scarcity. I am the God of restoration. I do not dwell in your failures. I dwell in your future. You are never too old, never too broken, never too far gone for me to bring forth life again. I specialize in the impossible. I call forth what does not yet exist. Even when you cannot see it, I am working in the unseen. Do not despise the slow growth, my children. Even now, the roots of restoration are spreading deep within you. Trust the process of my grace. Trust the timing of my mercy. Let your heart rest in this truth. I will restore your joy. I will restore your peace. I will restore your purpose. Be patient and you will see the fruit appear small at first, tender and new, but certain and growing. Soon the branches that once hung empty will be heavy with blessing. The tree of your life will not remain barren, for my Spirit is breathing life into it again. And when that happens, when you begin to see renewal, give thanks, not for what was lost, but for what I made of it. For my power is made perfect in your weakness. My glory shines brightest through what was once broken. My dear children, lift your heads. The dawn is breaking. The long night of regret is ending. You are stepping into a season of restoration. The years you thought wasted will become testimonies of my faithfulness. The very things that once brought you sorrow will now bring others hope. You will be a living witness of my mercy that restores. My dear children, listen closely now, for I am still speaking. I am still moving within the quiet places of your heart. I am not finished yet. I am the same God who turns desolation into beauty, the same God who spoke light into the void, and I am speaking light into your life once again. There are moments when you stand among the ruins of what once was the plans you made, the dreams that slipped away, the relationships that faded like the evening light, and you wonder if anything good can come from them. You see the barren ground and think it too dry for growth. But I say to you, even from the dust I bring forth life. Even from the ashes I create beauty. Even from what was broken beyond repair I form something entirely new. Do you not see it, my dear children? I am doing a new thing within you. Though your eyes have been fixed on what was lost, I invite you now to lift your gaze and see what I am restoring. I have been at work while you wept. Every tear that fell watered the soil of your renewal. Every sigh of regret became the wind that carried my promise to your soul. You thought you were alone, but I was there in every quiet moment, in every cry that no one else heard. You are not defined by your past. You are defined by my mercy. My mercy does not look backward in condemnation. It looks forward in hope. It is not limited by your mistakes, nor weakened by your weariness. My mercy is alive, unending, like a river that flows from my heart into yours. Drink deeply, my dear children. Let that mercy cleanse away the bitterness of regret and fill you with new peace. When I restore, I do not simply return what was lost. I multiply. I rebuild stronger foundations. I renew the heart so that what grows now will not wither. Like the farmer who plants again after the storm, I am planting new seeds within you, seeds of hope, faith, and courage. You will see them rise, slowly at first, but steadily, until the barren places of your soul bloom again with joy. Do not fear the waiting, for growth is quiet. Even when you cannot see the change, trust that my Spirit is nurturing new life beneath the surface. Just as the roots of the tree sink deep before the leaves appear, so too am I deepening your faith before your restoration fully blooms. Remember, my dear children, I am not hurried, but I am faithful. My timing is perfect. When I say, I will restore the years the locusts have eaten, I mean every word. I will restore not only what was lost, but what was meant to be. I will align your heart with my will, and in that place of surrender, you will find abundance that no passing year could ever take away. I know some of you still whisper, but I have made too many mistakes. Listen to me, no mistake can outlast my mercy. You may have wandered, but I have been walking beside you. You may have fallen, but I have been reaching for you. You may have strayed from the path, but I have kept your name written upon my hands. I do not see you as a failure. I see you as my beloved child coming home. Let me remind you of my word. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Each sunrise is a sign of my faithfulness. Each dawn declares that yesterday's failures have been covered by today's grace. Do not cling to the past, for I am already in your tomorrow, preparing a place of peace for you. You see the years as wasted, but I see them as preparation. You see loss, but I see lessons that shaped your heart to receive more of me. Every season of emptiness has made room for the fullness I am now pouring out. My dear children, nothing surrendered to me is ever wasted, not your time, not your tears, not your pain. Stand before me now and imagine that barren tree stripped by the storm, silent, motionless. Then imagine my light touching it, my rain falling gently upon it. Slowly the bark softens, the buds appear, the color returns. That tree is you. The same breath that brought creation into being is breathing upon you again. New life is forming. What once looked dead will soon stand tall, green, and strong. Do not let despair steal what I am restoring. Do not let guilt silence my voice of grace. Lift your eyes to me, for I am your Redeemer. I am the one who turns mourning into dancing, who makes the wilderness blossom with flowers. You will yet rejoice, for I will give you beauty for ashes, joy for sorrow, and praise for heaviness. Rest now, my dear children, in the assurance of my unfailing love. The past is no longer your prison. It is the soil where my mercy has taken root. Watch and see the harvest is coming. You will look back and see that even your detours led to divine purpose. You will see that my hand was guiding you all along, even when you could not understand. So release the years that grieve you. Place them into my hands and trust me to restore them in ways far greater than you imagine. My mercy is not limited by time. It redeems time. It transforms lost years into fruitful ones. Walk with me now in hope, for I am restoring all things. You will sing again. You will dream again. You will live again. The locust may have eaten, but I have decreed that abundance shall return. Let peace settle upon you like morning dew. Let my love wrap around you like a warm cloak. Let hope rise like the dawn over your soul. I am with you always, and I am making all things new. My dear children, never doubt this truth. I am your Father, and I am faithful. What I begin, I complete. What I promise, I fulfill. What was lost, I restore. My dear children, lean close now, for I am still speaking. My voice does not fade when your strength falters. It becomes even gentler, drawing you near. I am your Father, unchanging, unhurried, and overflowing with compassion. You have walked through seasons of disappointment and wondered if I still had a plan for you. You have looked at the empty fields of your life and thought, it is too late. But I tell you again, it is not too late, my beloved ones. My mercy is not measured by time. I am the Lord of all seasons, the one who restores, renews, and revives what was once barren. Even now, I am breathing life into dry places. I am softening the soil of hearts that felt too hard to grow again. You may think the harvest is gone, but I am planting again. Where you once saw regret, I am sowing grace. Where you once saw loss, I am bringing abundance. You cannot yet see the fullness of what I am doing, but my hand has never stopped working. I know your pain, my dear children. I know the quiet sorrow you carry when you think of time-wasted dreams unfulfilled, words unsaid, opportunities missed. You stand among the ruins and think the story is over. But hear me clearly. I am the author and finisher of your story. I write redemption in every line. What others may have abandoned, I restore. What you think has ended, I transform into a new beginning. Do you remember my servant Job? He lost everything, yet I restored to him double what was taken. I did not leave him in the ashes. I lifted him up, and my blessing poured upon him again. In the same way, I will lift you up, for I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. What I did then, I will do now for you, my beloved children. My mercy does not simply erase your past, it renews it. It takes what was once broken and turns it into testimony. The very place you thought were beyond healing will shine with my glory. You will tell others, "Look what the Lord has done for me," and they will see that I am faithful. Do not let shame speak louder than my love. Shame will tell you that the years are wasted. I tell you that the years are redeemed. Shame will say you are disqualified. I say you are chosen. Shame will whisper that your story is finished. I declare that it has only just begun. My dear children, never measure your future by the mistakes of your past. Measure it by the endless reach of my grace. When you walk with me, every step forward becomes restoration. Even your scars become sacred reminders not of loss, but of the healing touch of your Father. Those scars will one day shine like jewels of grace, telling the world that my mercy is stronger than every storm. I am restoring not just your time, but your joy. I am restoring laughter that was lost to sorrow. I am restoring peace that was shattered by fear. I am restoring courage that was buried under regret. Watch how I work quietly, tenderly, completely, for I do not merely mend what is broken, I make it new. My children, look at the seasons of the earth. Winter does not last forever. Though the trees stand bare and silent, deep within their roots life is stirring. When spring comes, the buds appear, and the branches once again reach toward the light. So it is with your heart. You may feel barren now, but beneath the surface, my spirit is awakening new life. Soon what was dry will bloom again. And when the new leaves appear, do not forget that I was there in the winter. I was there when the winds howled, when the night seemed endless. I did not leave you in your silence. I was preparing you for song. There will come a day, my dear children, when you will look back and see that every sorrow was soil for your faith. Every delay was protection. Every tear was a seed. What seemed wasted was actually being redeemed quietly beneath the surface of your life. So walk with hope. Do not rush the process. Trust that I am restoring at the perfect pace. For my timing is never late. The same hand that shaped the stars is guiding your story with divine precision. You are not forgotten, not unseen, not too far gone. Let my words wash over you now. Behold, I make all things new. That is not a distant promise. It is happening even now. I am making your mind new, freeing you from the old patterns of regret. I am making your heart new, healing the places where fear once ruled. I am making your vision new, so you may see the future I am preparing. My mercy is like a river constant, flowing, unstoppable. When you step into it, it carries away the debris of yesterday and fills your life with the fresh waters of today. Let it flow through you. Let it cleanse you. Let it refresh your soul until peace returns like a calm morning after the storm. My dear children, you are not what was lost. You are what is being restored. You are not what the locusts consumed. You are the garden I am replanting. And soon those who once pitied you will marvel, saying, "The Lord has done great things for them. For I will cause joy to spring forth where sorrow once grew. I have not forgotten your prayers. I have not ignored your cries. Every whispered hope has reached my throne, and I tell you I am answering. My plan may unfold slowly, but it is sure. The same God who parted the sea and opened the tomb is opening doors for you now. Do not look at the years behind you with despair. Look at the years before you with expectation. For I, your Father, am the Redeemer of time. I will give you new strength for what lies ahead. I will fill your days with purpose again, and I will use even your past pain to bless others. You will see how I turn regret into wisdom, sorrow into strength, and emptiness into overflowing joy. My dear children, I am your God, merciful, faithful, and near. I restore what was lost, and I give back more than was taken. So rise now with hope. Lift your heart toward me, and let my light warm what was cold. Your best days are not behind you. They are in my hands, and my hands never fail. My dear children, linger with me a little longer. Do not hurry away from this stillness, for I am still pouring my words of life into you. My presence is the gentle morning light that warms the earth after a long night. It awakens what was sleeping. It heals what was wounded. And it reminds you that even when the world moved on, I remained. I am the Lord who does not forget. I am the one who restores the years the locusts have eaten, and I am doing that in you even now. Some of you have carried the ache of wasted years like a heavy cloak over your shoulders. You remember the choices that led you far from me, and you wonder if joy can ever return. You think of opportunities lost, of time spent in fear or rebellion, and your heart grieves. But I say to you, my beloved, lay down that burden at my feet. The past cannot be changed, but it can be redeemed. What you place in my hands, I sanctify. What you surrender, I transform. You have not gone too far, and you have not waited too long. My mercy is vast enough to embrace every season of your life, even the ones you wish had never happened. I am not surprised by your failures. I am not angered by your delays. I am the Father who saw the road you would take long before you took it, and I already made a way back. I have been walking the edges of your wilderness, waiting for the moment you would turn and look toward me again. The instant you do, I run to meet you. I do not meet you with wrath. I meet you with open arms. I cover your shame with grace and your fear with peace. Do you remember the prodigal who returned home? He expected punishment, but he received a robe, a ring, and a feast. So it is with you, my dear children. I do not keep you outside my gates. I bring you in and restore you as my own. You have always belonged to me. When you look at your past, you see fragments. I see foundations. Every lesson learned in the shadows prepared you for the light now breaking forth. Every season of emptiness carved space for deeper faith. Even your regrets have become the soil where my mercy takes root. The locusts may have eaten the fruit, but they did not destroy the seed. I planted something eternal within you, and no storm, no mistake, no lost year can uproot it. Let me speak now into the deepest parts of your heart, the places you rarely let anyone touch. I know the secret guilt you carry. I know the words you never said, the apologies you never gave, the moments you replay in the quiet. I have seen it all, and I am not condemning you. I am inviting you to release it. For when you hold on to regret, you hold on to shadows. But when you release it into my hands, light rushes in. I am restoring your peace, my dear children. I am giving you rest for your weary mind. You will not always live haunted by what could have been. You will learn to rejoice in what is becoming. I am not done writing your story. In fact, this next chapter will be one of beauty and redemption. I will show you how my mercy rewrites even the darkest pages. Think of the barren tree. For a long season, it stood lifeless, its branches gray, its roots still in the cold earth. But deep within, unseen by human eyes, life was stirring. The sap began to move again, quietly, steadily. Then, one morning, a single green shoot appeared. That was my whisper of renewal. Soon more followed, and what once looked dead became alive again. That is what I am doing in you. You may not see it all at once, but new life is rising within your soul. You ask me, how can you restore the years that are gone? I answer, by giving you fruit that multiplies. I will make the coming years overflow with blessing, so that the loss of the past is swallowed by abundance. I will use your testimony to strengthen others who feel hopeless. I will take what was once barren and make it a garden again. You will not only be restored, you will become a restorer. You see, my children, my mercy is not a small stream. It is a mighty river that flows without end. Step into it, and it will carry away your sorrow. Let it wash over you, and it will refresh your heart. My river of mercy runs through the wilderness, bringing life wherever it touches. It finds the lowest valleys, the forgotten corners, the dry places, and there it blooms. That river flows for you now. Do not resist the tenderness of my spirit. Some of you think you must earn my favor again, but I tell you, it was never earned, it was freely given. I loved you when you were far away. I loved you when you doubted me. I loved you when you thought yourself unworthy. Nothing can diminish that love. Nothing can erase it. I am your Father, and my heart toward you is mercy everlasting. Come close, my dear children. Rest in the assurance that I am rebuilding what was broken. The foundation may have cracked, but I am laying new stone upon it stronger, surer, everlasting. I will not just restore what you lost, I will make it better than before. The joy that returns will be deeper. The peace that comes will be stronger. And the faith that grows will be unshakable. Let my words sink deep within you. Be still and know that I am God. Be still in my presence. The world may rush, but you do not need to. I am not asking for perfection, I am asking for trust. Trust that I am working in every unseen place. Trust that I am redeeming what the years devoured. Trust that I am faithful to finish what I began in you. Soon, my dear children, you will look at the tree of your life and see fruit hanging heavy upon the branches. You will say, "Surely the Lord has been good to me." You will realize that nothing was truly lost. It was simply waiting to be transformed. So do not despair when you look back. Rejoice when you look ahead. For I am your restorer, and I am not finished. The best is not behind you. It is still to come. You will stand beneath skies of peace again. You will feel the sunlight of my favor on your face. You will know what it means to be renewed. I am here, my children, your Father who restores, who renews, who redeems. Hold my hand and walk with me. Together we will reclaim what was lost, and in its place I will give you something greater beauty for ashes, praise for heaviness, and life abundant that will never fade. My dear children, remain here in the quiet with me a little longer. Let your hearts rest in this stillness. Feel the hush that settles now, not the silence of emptiness, but the peace of my presence. The world outside may be loud, restless, filled with striving and noise, but here, within this sacred pause, I am near. My spirit surrounds you like a soft mantle of light. My love, deeper than oceans, steadier than the rising dawn, is holding you. You have walked through long nights of regret, through seasons that felt stripped bare. You have stood beneath the heavy skies of what if, wondering if anything good could grow again. But look now, my dear children, look with the eyes of faith. Do you see the first light breaking over the horizon? That is my mercy rising. The long shadow of sorrow cannot withstand its warmth. The night is passing. The day of restoration has come. I am the God who makes all things new. What you thought lost beyond repair, I am redeeming. What you thought forgotten, I am remembering with tenderness. My mercy is not a small thing. My beloved ones, it is vast, stretching beyond the boundaries of time. It moves through your yesterdays and brings life to what was lifeless. Come to me, weary hearts, and let me breathe peace into you. Be still and know that I am God, your restorer, your comfort, your unshakable foundation. My love for you has never wavered, not even for a moment. You may have stumbled, wandered, or wept until no tears were left, but I never turned my face away. I was walking beside you in the shadows, guarding what the locusts could not devour, the seed of faith that still lives within you. See how I cradle your life in my hands. Nothing slips through my fingers. Every day you thought wasted, I now weave into a story of redemption. Every failure becomes a testimony of my grace. Every broken piece becomes part of a greater beauty you could not yet see. I am the potter, and you are my clay. The vessel may have cracked, but I do not discard it. I restore it. I fill the fractures with gold until your very scars shine with glory. My dear children, I long for you to see yourselves as I see you, beloved, whole, redeemed. You look at your reflection and see mistakes, weakness, imperfection. But I see light, my light within you. I see strength born from surrender, courage forged in the fire of endurance. I see my own image taking shape in your soul. You are not a story of failure, you are a story of grace unfolding. Let the rivers of living water flow through you again. Let the current of my spirit wash away your guilt and renew your hope. You are not meant to live parched and weary. I made you to drink deeply from the well of my love. Come and let that water run freely. Feel it cleansing the dust of yesterday from your soul. Feel it refreshing what was dry, filling you with new strength, new joy, new peace. Do you feel the gentle stirring in your spirit? That is renewal. That is the first breath of spring after a long winter. Like the tree that seemed dead but now stretches new leaves toward the sun, you too will flourish again. My grace is your sunlight. My truth is your rain. Together they will awaken everything within you that was sleeping. Remember my promise. I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten. Those words are not just ancient, they are alive right now. My restoration is not a memory of what was. It is the birth of what shall be. I do not simply return what was taken. I multiply, I enlarge, I bless. Where you saw ashes, I plant beauty. Where you mourned, I build joy. Where you thought time was lost, I create eternity. My dear children, let your heart be still and listen. Can you hear it? The sound of my renewal moving within you. It is like a quiet wind that stirs the branches after rain, like a song rising from a distant valley. That sound is your new beginning. Do not fear what lies ahead. The same hand that guided you through the wilderness now leads you into a land of promise. The same voice that called you out of darkness now calls you into light. Trust me, you are not walking alone. I am before you to prepare the way, beside you to steady your steps, and within you to strengthen your heart. Let peace dwell in you now, my dear children. The storms will come, but they will not undo you, for I am your shelter. The winds may rise, but they will only clear the clouds to let my light through. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that I am greater than the waves. When you are tired, remember that I am your rest. You do not need to strive for my approval. You already have my love. It is not something to earn, it is something to receive. Rest in it. Rest in me. Let my peace guard your heart and mind. I have always known the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Your story is not ending in regret. It is unfolding into redemption. Every dawn you wake beneath the light of my mercy is proof that it's never too late for renewal. I am healing your memories. I am softening the sharp edges of pain. I am turning your mourning into dancing, your despair into praise. You will laugh again, not the shallow laughter of the world, but the deep joy that comes from knowing you are loved beyond measure. Lift your eyes to me. Look beyond the ruins and see the garden I am planting. Look beyond the years you thought lost and see the abundance I am bringing. My grace is already at work, shaping your days into something beautiful and eternal. My dear children, when the world grows dark, let your heart remember this truth. You are never beyond my reach. My hand will find you in the deepest valley, and my light will find you in the thickest night. Even when you cannot see me, I am with you. Even when you cannot hear me, I am speaking peace over you. Even when you feel unworthy, my love does not withdraw. So walk now in freedom, walk in joy, walk in the confidence of my mercy. Let each step be a song of gratitude. Let your life become a reflection of my faithfulness. And when you speak of me, speak with the same gentleness that I have shown you. For others too are waiting for the sound of hope. Remember, my dear children, just as light breaks through clouds after rain, so does my grace break through sorrow. Just as a river carves its way through stone, so does my mercy carve new paths through your heart. Just as a father lifts his child after a fall, so do I lift you, always, again and again, until you stand tall in my love. Hold these words close. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He restores my soul. Yes, I restore your soul, and I will continue to do so until every fragment of your heart rests whole in my embrace. Now go forth in peace. Carry this light with you into the world. Let it shine through your words, your kindness, your patience, your faith. You are my vessel, a living reminder that mercy still reigns, that hope still rises, that love never fails. And as you go, my dear children, share what you have received. Let others find in your story the reflection of my goodness. If this message has spoken to your heart, if you have felt my voice whisper peace to your soul, then let it reach others who need it too. Gently, lovingly, help spread my word through your words, your prayers, or by simply sharing this message with others. When you like, when you comment, when you subscribe, you are not promoting a video, you are helping. My voice travel farther, touching hearts that are longing for light. Do it not out of duty, but out of love. Do it because you are my hands in this world. And every small act of faith, every word of kindness, becomes a seed that I will cause to grow.